Hello peeps and welcome back to Modded Minecraft with Nightdagger. So last episode we built that thing. Which is all well and good. And that's step one of the plan. Or at least part of step one of the plan. As you remember, last time we talked about a 5-step plan. Power storage, power generation, fuel generation, resource acquisition, and resource processing. Now, that's part of step one. I will eventually come back and start working on that later. As far as step two, we're working on that. That might not even be its final form. I don't know. Yes, this is the housing for a big reactor. But I'm running across a problem in that I don't have the resources yet to do a big reactor. Most notably, I'm missing gold. So, I need to get a way to get a bunch of gold real fast. But I also need to get some more resources, for example, like steel. And once I get this thing up and running, I'm going to need to be able to fuel it. Right now, my uranium supply is at 679 ingots. By my calculations, when I finish building this thing, it's going to chew up an ingot about every 10 seconds. Maybe less than that. I don't know. But the point of this is not going to cut it. And even with the Uranium that I have in here, like the actual Uranium, still, it's nowhere near enough. So we're going to need to be able to generate a reliable amount of uranium. And I think the way I want to do that is the Excavator. But the Excavator requires a bunch of steel. Steel scaffolding, steel sheet metal, heavy engineering blocks, that all takes steel. I don't really have steel at the moment. So, we're going to do a couple of things this episode. I'm going to show off something that I built off camera a while back, and have been kind of using in secret to generate resources so that I didn't have to stop and focus on an entire episode on resource acquisition. But I'm going to show it off now. Off camera, I made myself a digital miner. And let's grab a flux plug too. That one's actually already been set. So, if you guys aren't familiar with the digital miner, let me show you what that's all about right now. We'll fly up here. And I have to say, despite my original attempt to make sure that Mechanism stuff used its own power source so that I was forced to use it, I'm kind of glad that didn't work. Because it's kind of a pain in the ass to have to generate a specific power source for certain machines. And I don't mind it in a challenge pack, but I don't think I like it in kitchen sink packs like this. Anyway, the digital miner is crafted from a basic control circuit. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen me craft those. It's just osmium and redstone. And let's pull it up on here so that I can just go back to it easily. Atomic alloy, which is reinforced alloy and refined obsidian, which is enriched alloy and diamond, which is iron and redstone. All of this is done in a metallurgic infuser. Also takes a couple of logistical sorters. These are stupid easy. A Robot, which is atomic alloy, refined obsidian, personal chest, and what the hell is going on with that? I don't know if you guys will be able to hear that or not, but that was my phone deciding it didn't want to charge and then deciding it wanted to charge again. I've got my stopwatch running this time, so I know when to mute stuff, but the power on my phone was just about dead, so I had to plug it into my computer, and Bug decided he wanted to unplug it for a second. Hi, Bug. Personal chest, steel, atomic alloy, energy tablets. These things are stupid easy. They just take gold. Steel casing, which is also pretty stupid easy. It's just steel and... Hi, Tiggy. And then these teleportation cores, which they look intimidating, but they're really not. All that together... Hi. Meow. You know I'm recording. I'm talking, and I'm not talking to you, and that upsets you. Hi. All of that combines to make the digital miner, which is a piece of mining awesomeness. Let's pop this thing down. It's pretty huge. This thing allows you to set configurations to find specific items for you. For example, right now I have it set to find Ender Draconium and Diamond. Supply this with power. Tell it to start, and it will find all of the diamond in range, consuming a massive 400 kilojoules per tick, which translates to 160,000 RF. Or, no, this is using 4,800 RF a tick. Should probably... Is this a... Oh, it's the plug, not a derp. Anyway, I picked up the wrong item. Can I reach this? No, of course not. But you guys see how it works. Ah, wrong one. You guys see how it generally works. You can specify whether you want to have it silk touch. You can specify the dimensions that you want to search in. Like for my diamond, I only search between levels 0 and 20. Saves a little bit of power. Also saves... Well, it doesn't save any time, because it will only pull the blocks you tell it to pull. But this, if I can get my hands on a piece of gold ore, will help to solve part of my problem. I don't know if I have any gold ore on the walls out here or not. I know I had some while I was mining out the area that I'm building that reactor in, but me, being an absolute idiot, didn't think to save any. That's Uranium. He just took a pot shot at me. There are a lot of mobs down here. I guess that's what happens when you block off mob spawns for like a good majority of the area you're in. Take a flight over this way, and I really need... I'm pretty sure that Enderman's pissed at me. Gonna come get me? You might not want to. See? It's a bad idea. Really need to get myself some armor. So right now I have nothing in the way of armor. Okay, that's Uranium. Crystals. Gold. There we go. Go ahead and mine all that up. And, well, no, I need to go back to base. Because I got to get a flux point, not a flux plug. Yeah, flux plug adds to the network. Flux point removes. Do I already have a point for... Why do I have 2 flux points that aren't stacking? And then I've got 1 there. I don't know. Now that I have this, we'll come back out here, because I haven't done a whole lot of mining out this way. So, we'll pop the digital miner down. And we're going to configure this with a new filter. We're going to go ahead and delete the diamond ore filter. We're going to do new filter off of item stack. That item stack is going to be gold. Radius 32, minimum 0. Maximum we're going to set, I can't remember what the spawn level of gold is. Let's find out before I finish this filter. According to this, it has a very small chance of spawning pretty much anywhere, but it tends to spawn below level 30. I think 32 is the highest it naturally really spawns at. So we'll set this to 32. We'll go back. This allows you to turn your Silk Touch and everything off. We're going to turn Silk Touch off because I don't need the Silk Touch gold ore. Plug this in. Now it's got power. Start it up. And it'll find 170 ore in the area and mine it all out. It's using 800 RF a tick to do this. What the shit? Okay. Did the skeleton take a pot shot at me and hit the wolf? I don't know. That's weird. Is the wolf going to continue to be pissed at me if the skeleton dies? Oh no, wolf was perfectly cool with me. Hey buddy. You want a bone? Yeah, you want a bone. Hi. Now I've got a dog. Okay. Well, that's something I didn't expect to come home with. Anyway. He was a good boy. So we'll wait for this to finish mining up the last little bit of gold. And this is mining in a 32 block radius. So what I could do here is once I got done with this, I could easily just fly out about 32 blocks, which is about 2 chunks. 32 block radius means that it's 16 blocks in each direction. So I fly 16 blocks this way. There's 1. Fly 16 blocks out this way. There's 2. Pop it down here, run it again. Repeat, 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 repeat. I'm not really going to do that because I don't really intend to use the digital miner for my primary mining. Because this thing, it's got a limited range and you kind of have to babysit it a little bit. It runs pretty fast. I should show off home base, and where's the wolf? Did the wolf not come with me? Did he not work? That figures. I should show off that I have 8 speed and 8 energy upgrades in this. Energy upgrade increases the amount of energy it can hold and the efficiency. Speed increases how fast it works at the cost of power. So, with those two put together, they run pretty fast and they don't chew up a whole lot of power. And now, oh, I forgot to take all the gold out of it. Let's do that. Now we can break you and put you away. Put you away, and all of this, and that. And I don't even care about all of this stuff being in here because I have unlimited storage. Why would I give a crap? Put all of that away. I keep hearing fire, and I'm not 100% sure where it's coming from. I think it's coming from the eyes out here. But it seems like this is a long way away to hear that from. Anyway, so that's part 1 done. That's how I get small amounts of resources if I really need something right now. But that's not a good long-term solution. The long-term solution I'm looking at is the Excavator. Now, this thing takes a shit ton of power. It takes 4,096 RF per tick. 1 flux per tick is 1 RF per tick. But you put this in place, and it will run for, I believe, 72 days? 72 in-game days? Something like that? Yeah, 72 days of consecutive digging. Now, I'm not sure if that's RL days or in-game days. I'm assuming that it's in-game days, because I have managed to dig one of these things dry before. But, take a look at this. This digs up minerals. The minerals are bauxite, which is 100% bauxite ore, cassiterite, 100% tin, coal, which is mostly coal with a little bit of diamond and emerald, copper, which is mostly copper, get out from under there, which is mostly copper with some gold and a little bit of nickel, silt, which is clay, sand, and gravel, galena, lead and silver, gold is gold with a little copper and nickel, iron is iron, nickel, and tin, lapis is lapis, iron, and sulfur, silver and lead, iron and gold, nickel, platinum, and iron. So that's something I'm going to want to eventually go hunt for, because platinum is stupid rare. Or actually, no, I guess I'll just go for platinum, huh? It can be found anywhere but in the Dimension 1. Dimension 1, I'm assuming... Wait, isn't Dimension 1 the end? I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, so platinum is platinum, nickel, and iridium, which is also stupid rare, so I guess I'm going to want to look for platinum. Pyrite, quartzite, which is nether quartz. Nice way to get that. Silver, uranium. This is another one that I'm going to want to focus on. Because if I focus uranium, as long as I dig up 1 uranium ore every 20 seconds or so, I should be able to power a machine that consumes it at 10 seconds per bar infinitely. Now, in order to find all this stuff, you need a mining drill. Or, not a mining drill, a core drill. Core sample drill. This takes steel, light engineering blocks, steel fences, and that's about it. The steel scaffolding is actually fairly expensive for steel. Well, fairly expensive compared to what I currently have, which is 80. I'm going to need more steel. Hey, thief cat, you leave that alone. Scoot. So I'm going to need more steel. I came across a way of doing it using metallurgic infusers from Mechanism. Basically, if you take a look here, I've got 64 steel blend. This can just be smelted straight into steel. To get this steel blend, enriched iron and coal in one of these things. Well, to get the enriched iron, it's just iron and coal. So you put some iron in here, put coal in there, get steel blend at the end. The problem with this, let's grab 2 coal and 1 iron. Actually, you know what? Let's just grab 2 stacks of coal and a stack of iron. So if I put some coal in here, I put some coal in here, that's going to start charging this thing up with carbon. There is a more efficient way to do this, but I don't have the infrastructure to worry about it yet. And it's not like I'm hurting for coal. So, then we toss the iron in here. And this thing is noisy, but it's also slow as shit. Well, I've got some energy upgrades here. Enriched alloy, pulverized gold, glass. Let's go ahead and start putting some energy upgrades in here. Because right now these things are using 20 RF a tick. Not bad. We'll come back in a minute. I also have another metallurgic infuser. If I can remember what I did with it. I could have swore I already made another one of these. Did I put it in the chest and forget about it? No. 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 What'd I do with it, Tim? I know I made it. Maybe I didn't make it. Maybe I'm going nuts. Anyway, they're stupid cheap to make. It's a couple of furnaces, an osmium ingot, some iron, and some redstone. Big deal. So, having these things is nice. Let's go ahead and find a place for him to live right now. For the moment, he's just going to live right here. So, we've got power going into that. I need to get some more enriched alloy. So we're going to grab a stack of U and a stack of U. We're going to toss the stack of U in. And you're going to very quickly charge up with the redstone. And... is it? Yeah, that's control circuits. So, iron in here will give me more of these. I do need to get my hands on... not 32, I need 24 osmium dust. So for right now, let's temporarily turn off my output and toss this in here. I need faster machines. This is as fast as this machine can get, and this is painfully slow to me. There. Okay, so I'm starting to pick up some enriched alloy. Let's toss that in here. And let's take a look at... do I have any gold dust? Probably not. We'll need some gold dust. Just go ahead and grab that real quick. There we go. That's actually what I want. Okay. Upgrades. Let's do some speed upgrades. Because speed upgrades are awesome. They use osmium dust and 2 enriched alloy each. Helps if I have my osmium dust in there. So that got me a total of 9. Let's come back over and take a look at this machine. Notice how slow it's going? But now it's using 2 RF a tick. So this thing is now very slow, but it's stupidly efficient. Let's fix that. Let's toss some speed upgrades in there and watch what happens as it starts consuming the speed upgrades. Now it uses 6. Now it uses 11. Now it's back to using 20. That's after 4 speed upgrades. 35. 63. 112. 200. So, it's now using 10 times the power, but it's working much faster. And I'm getting quite a bit of steel blend in here, which I can run out here and toss into this redstone furnace to get a bunch more steel. Let's get back to that core drill. So we need some light engineering blocks. Iron mechanisms, iron, copper gives us 2. The iron components is iron plates and copper ingots. Iron plates can be made in quite a few ways, actually. You can actually make it in a stamping recipe, a pressurizer from nuclear craft, a compactor from thermal expansion. Huh. Or a metal press, but I don't have a metal press set up yet. I probably will craft some of this stuff later, but for right now, we're just going to use this. Because these hammers are pretty cheap. I can always craft another one. So that will give me an iron mechanical component. We're going to need to get Why does it want to take the engineer's manual instead of the engineer's hammer? So there's that. That gets me my 2 light engineering blocks. Steel fence is steel rods and steel ingots. Steel rods is just 2 steel. We're going to need a few of these. Because we'll need 3 steel fence, but we're also going to need these steel scaffoldings. Which is 3 steel, 6 steel rods. Or 3 steel, 3 steel rods. And that will get me my core sample drill. Now, we'll need a flux point. Now, we need to go out and check chunks. I'm going to start with the chunks around my base. Because I'm really hoping that I can find something good in an area that I already have chunk loaded. So, for right now, do I have this chunk loaded out here? I should. I have a couple chunk loaded out here. I have one chunk loaded out there, and I can't remember why. Oh, wait, I think I remember why. Isn't this... Flew right past it. Okay, I don't know why I have this chunk loaded. I have to have a reason. So, I'll have to look around and see if I can figure it out. Hi, llama. Anyway, I guess while we're here, let's see if I have a reason to have this chunk loaded. We'll take the core sample drill and put that down. This thing requires power, which it takes in from, I believe, the bottom. Oh, when you look at it, it highlights the chunk that it's going to check. Cool. Power this thing up. And by right-clicking it, it will now drill a core sample out. Excuse you. You are not the progenitor. I will feel no remorse killing you. Now we got my core sample. No mineral from the overworld. So we'll just pop that down there to remind us that we've checked this chunk. Let's fly over here and start checking the chunks for my base. Which... why? Am I missing something? Yeah, I've got this entire huge area here chunk loaded. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Unclaim that, please. Thank you. Okay, well, I guess we'll do it this way then. We'll fly over here. We'll start from this chunk. Core sample drill. Give it, no. Give it power. And check our core sample. No mineral. and we'll just keep moving. Here's the next chunk. Pop it down, power, and go. If I actually do find a sample of something that I want, I'll mark it. You done? Yes. No mineral. Figures. Watch this be a platinum chunk. Nope, no mineral. I'm almost starting to wonder if minerals in this are rarer than they were in Age of Engineering. Because Age of Engineering, there were minerals in pretty much every chunk. So I wonder if the Age of Engineering pack was tweaked to give a higher mineral result. It almost had to have been at this point, because that's 4 for 4. Well, if I can't find anything here, what I might do is I might just start flying around other places. I'm kind of hoping to find it in a place that I've already got chunk loaded. Because I can only have so many chunks loaded. I'm in cheat mode, so I can have 1,000 claim, but I can only have 64 loaded. And I've currently got 34 force loaded. Now, that's a best case scenario. That doesn't necessarily mean that I can have 64 loaded without performance problems. Okay, so let's hold on to this and check here. This is a chunk boundary. So we'll check right in my bedroom. Hi, bug. Nope, no mineral here either. Bug, hi. I love my cats. I really do. Even if you are a pain in my ass. Hi. Hi, bug. Still no mineral. Holy shit. Bug. No. Give me 5 minutes and I will scritch you. Alright, well, so neither of those panned out. Let's come in here and check this one. I have to wonder if it's not doing this because I'm so low to the ground. I'm so low to bedrock. Let's go back to the original base and check a few chunks out here. There you are, you goofy dog. We'll check a few out here. See what I can come up with. Nothing. Nothing, 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 tra-la-la. Roof. So this may end up being something that I do off camera. This is definitely going to be something that I do off camera. So I'm about out of time. I didn't mean for this entire episode to be dagger derps around trying to find core samples. So maybe that excavator is a little more of a pain in the ass to use than I thought. But it's better than my current alternative, which is the quantum quarry. It's not as good as another alternative that I have, but I don't have access to everything I need to really make that viable yet. Because RF Tools Dimensions could easily do this. For one thing at a time. And therein lies the problem. It can do it for one thing at a time, and I already have to have a large amount of the thing to make it work. And those dimensions consume quite a bit of power, and I'm not ready to provide that yet. What I'm doing is intended to get the power that I need to run dimensions like that. You hear something? So do I. It's called death. It approaches for us with nasty, sharp, pointy teeth. Oh wait, that's you. I'll check one or two more here, and then... This is probably going to end up being something I'm going to have to do off camera, because this is silly. I might also want to check the configs and make sure that this is even enabled. Because either I'm having a really bad stretch of luck, or something's going on, and I haven't figured it out yet. Dimension 0 is the overworld, right? I'm pretty sure Dimension 0 is the overworld, Dimension 1 is the end, and -1 is the nether. So otherwise I might want to create an RF Tools dimension and see if I can find anything there. Because this is just silly. Okay, so next episode might actually be the creation of an RF Tools dimension. Just a basic one. Because this has graduated from unlucky to ridiculous. No mineral. Okay, something's going on. I'm not sure what. Either I'm just getting very unlucky, I need to check my config settings, or I'm an idiot, and you can't bore up minerals in the overworld, you have to do it from some other dimension. I can't possibly see that being the case, though, because what would you do if you were in a mod pack that didn't have other dimensions? Anyway, I don't know. It's dumb. Either it's dumb or I'm dumb, one or the other. I guess we'll find out. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Nightdagger, failing to find anything in modded Minecraft with Nightdagger. Hope you guys are enjoying the series. Next episode, we'll figure out what we're going to do about resource acquisition. I think I'm also going to put muffler upgrades in these things, because holy crap are they annoying. Hope you guys are enjoying the series. I'll catch you later, peeps. Well, that's derptastic. Really?